We're coming to you from the Radford Studio Center lot in Studio City, right over the hill from Hollywood. This is the place where dreams are made, legends are born. Hello and welcome to the lot. I'm Colleen Ostrinos in for Suzanne Marquez, and we have a lot to get to today. This Paramount's Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, is in theaters now. From Taraji P. Henson to Kim Kardashian, we are taking a look at the famous voices who made up the new Pup Squad.
I can talk!
You've got to be kidding me.
Hot dog is the Paw Patrol!
Cute little puppies who drive around in cars! I know that sounds weird, but just go with it.
Come on!
We're gonna need a new name for ourselves. How about the Paw Patrol? But more! With just a little bit extra.
In Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, a magical meteor crash lands in Adventure City, giving the Paw Patrol pups superpowers, transforming them into the Mighty Pups. A third movie was just greenlit in the preschool puppy franchise. Director Cal Brunker, the filmmaker behind the first two, will be barking out commands for number 3, due in theaters 2026.
The smallest pup just became the strongest pup.
Each of these characters are so lovable.
Ready for action, Rider, sir!
Even an all-new villain played by yours truly.
I'm the greatest scientist in history.
It's really fun playing her. She's funny, she's out there.
Liberty here, ready to ride.
In the last film, she was the stray dog, and now she is a part of a team.
Pups, we've got company. Meet the Junior Patrollers.
My family's probably gonna say he actually turned into a dog watching too much Paw Patrol.
People are gonna love them because they're all cute and they look like big cheese balls.
Oh, the movie looks so cute. Well, also in theaters this weekend, a movie centered around the very real issue of wildfires. It's called On Fire, and we are taking a look at why one star had to step into the director role.
This is no joke.
A family trapped by a wildfire fights for survival in On Fire.
Fire's spreading fast.
We gotta get out of here.
It was really a movie to explore the characters, this one family that was going through this harrowing experience and how they grow together through it and overcome. As long as we're together, we're gonna be okay.
The 19-day filming schedule was nearly derailed when the director fell ill, but its star was able to help.
Actors, and he's a filmmaker, they see things from a different lens than a writer or a director because they're living in the situation. They have to embody that. So when I got sick with COVID, he was able to take over for me for the days where I was gone.
I think if I had to sit there and go, well, I'm going to take on this co-directing job, it would have been stressful in the sense of like, okay, I got to, but it was almost as if I was thrown into this, this experience, kind of like my character was thrown into this experience.
What am I supposed to do here? How can I choose?
Clay?
Gotta pick your favorites.
No, they're all my favorites. That's the point. This budget, I thought they did an unbelievable job with creating the fires. There weren't real fires.
The cast of the independently produced film was able to talk about the movie during the SAG-AFTRA strike thanks to an interim agreement.
We went to SAG-AFTRA. We had the producers sign the interim agreement. It was approved by SAG-AFTRA. They're actually in support of us promoting. I think we're one of the first films coming out under the new interim SAG-AFTRA agreement, which is a positive, wonderful thing. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my family out alive.
That also looks really good. Well, this is one of the most iconic streets in the world, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But have you ever wondered who the person is behind the stars? In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, the Law's Juan Fernandez went behind the scenes with the Latino woman who makes the famous Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremonies possible.
It is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Los Angeles. More than 2,700 stars along 15 blocks of Hollywood Boulevard and 3 blocks of Vine Street, drawing in people from around the world.
I always tell people when I first came to LA in 1994 as a tourist, first place I came was the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And here you are, you're basically the woman behind it.
But most don't know it is a Latina who is at the center of every Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony, producing the amazing tribute to some of the world's biggest celebrities.
And it's been a joy. It's been so fun. Every ceremony is different.
I spent time with Ana Martinez on the day Latin singer Marc Anthony received his star on the Walk of Fame. It was smooth sailing as Ana dealt with the media there to cover the event, and the fans who showed up to see Marc Anthony and his special guest David Beckham in person.
This is just a symbol of just keep doing what you're doing.
Ana tells me she likes to be in control, but recalls that one time things didn't go her way.
We had Shakira,
of course.
and her mom was next to me. Tell her to do this, tell her to do that, tell her to look at the fans. So I said, your mom wants you to look at the fans, and to pose for photos. She ran to the fans, and all hell broke loose. The press jumped off the stage, they were following her, the fans were going crazy.
Ana was born in the city of Bell, the daughter of immigrants, seen here with singer Celia Cruz. Her mother from Mexico City, her dad from Lima, Peru. She graduated from Cal Poly Pomona, and after a short time as a CBS page, she answered an ad for a job as a receptionist with the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce.
I got the job. It was crazy and scary. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, write notes, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, yeah.
She eventually ended up working side by side with Mr. Hollywood himself, Johnny Grant, who for years presented more than 500 stars with the honor.
I worked with Johnny Grant for 20 years. Wow. He was my mentor. He was my daughter's godfather. We were very close, and I learned every day we had lunch. I heard a different story every day about his career. The USO, the military stuff he worked, he did the shows with Bob Hope. And just the Hollywood history. I learned a lot from him.
Grant passed away in 2008 at the age of 94, leaving Ana to run the show.
I am part of the history, I guess you could say, yeah.
The history and the future. It was Ana who realized something had to be done to make more room for more stars along the boulevard.
We were looking at the Roosevelt one day, and they were done. The whole row was filled, and I said, we need a second row. And I go, don't we, Johnny, can we do it? He goes, I go, do we have to go to the city? He goes, just do it, and we did.
Ana also has a say on placement of the stars and tries her best to keep showbiz families together.
Cindy Williams and Penny Marshall together, Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
And I like to do families.
While the Walk of Fame has been around since the 1960s, it wasn't until 1970 that unveiling ceremonies were done, and only a handful were done without the fanfare.
So it was hard when we had COVID, when we couldn't have any ceremonies, but we did about 4 virtual ceremonies, which were very unique, but they worked out.
Ana says her future includes more ceremonies and sharing her incredible career with others.
I want to write a book. I have lots of stories, so.
And one story still left to tell, the special spot on the Hollywood Walk of Fame she has reserved for a superstar.
I have one spot left at the Chinese Theater that I'm waiting for Julia Roberts to get.
Oh my God. Have you reached out?
Yeah, she was selected a couple years ago, and
what's the
I'm always reaching out. I don't know. I wish I knew.
Until then, Ana will keep collecting stories of the stars that make Hollywood shine.
For The Lot, I'm Juan Fernandez.
Hopefully Julia Roberts sees this and she will jump on board. Well, one person who will likely have a star on the Walk of Fame one day is Taylor Swift. But for now, there's a recent theory that Taylor made a pretty slick exit by cramming herself into a popcorn cart. So Swifties are right now debating on whether or not she stuffed herself into one to escape being mobbed by fans. And this is all part of the craziness over the pop star's apparent romance with football star Travis Kelce. Take a look. Can you imagine Taylor Swift trying to avoid getting mobbed by hiding in a box?
Was Taylor Swift carted out of the Kansas City Chiefs game last night in a popcorn machine?
Well, some Swifties think it happened.
She's in there like her cleaning supply.
This video captured the moment outside the VIP box seats where Taylor cheered on her new VIP, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Even though they were photographed leaving together later on, fans still think she tried escaping the suite in a popcorn cart.
It's like the broom thing, that was her.
The theory behind the broom thing happened in April at one of her concerts. A fan shot this janitor's cart being moved by a couple of workers backstage, and then look who appears to pop out of it. a bejeweled Taylor Swift ready to make the whole place shimmer. Now, this is why some Swifties went for the popcorn cart theory, saying, "I do believe it 1000%. While skeptics argued they are not leaving Taylor Swift in the hands of two minimum wage girls pushing a $10. The rumored romance has people behaving oddly. New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick actually almost smiled.
Travis Kelce's had a lot of big catches in his career. This would be the biggest.
People are trying to come up with one of those combo names for the possible couple. Trailer, Travis and Taylor seems to be the early favorite. And with sales of Kelce's jersey skyrocketing 400%, some say Travis is getting a bump from Taylor. So who's bigger?
The NFL's Instagram account has 27 million followers. Taylor Swift has 272 million.
With that many fans, it figures a few would refuse to think outside of the box.
She's in there like her cleaning supply.
I don't know about that one. Okay, so gamers rejoice. We have 3 new treats in the gaming world. First, move over, Mario. Princess Peach is starring in her own game. And if you're into Pokemon Go, how about hunting monsters just in time for Halloween as well? And a magical spin on chess.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Bowser wrote a love song for the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, but she is far from being a damsel in distress. With Princess Peach leading the charge, Mario gets ready to square off against the all-powerful Bowser to stop his plans from conquering the world.
Watch and learn.
Princess Peach shows Mario the ropes on her training course so he can level up to help him save his brother Luigi. Now Princess Peach has her own video game. Nintendo is releasing Princess Peach Showtime for the Nintendo Switch console, where the princess will use special abilities to battle the wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch. The game debuts in March.
One day, a loyal toad presented a flyer advertising a show at the Sparkle Theater. Princess Peach and some toads went to go see it.
Enchant your pieces with one of 2 spells, jump or freeze.
You know what chess is missing? Magic. Chess.com is running a crossover event with Clash of Clans, which includes the game mode Spell Chess, allowing players to perform moves even Garry Kasparov wouldn't see coming. Lace up your walking shoes because Niantic wants you back out battling monsters. The company which brought you Pokemon Go has released its latest mobile adventure, Monster Hunter Now, based on the best-selling Capcom franchise. Players will battle bigger and meaner monsters while solving a mystery of why they're even invading our world.
All right, and when we come back, we'll break down what's in theaters with movie critic Grae Drake, and one film might just give you a scare. Don't go away. Welcome back to The Lot. The latest Saw movie hit theaters this weekend, and we are taking a look back at this epic saga that began in 2004, just in time for spooky season.
Hello, Dr. Gordon. I want to play a game.
In 2004, James Wan made his feature directorial debut with Saw, launching a film franchise which has made $478 million so far.
You look back at horror, especially the beginnings of horror. You look back at Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th. There's a kind of crudeness to those movies. Saw, the original, there's a crudeness to it. The performances aren't great. Let's be real. It's such an inventive film.
Greetings and welcome. Right now, you're breathing in a deadly nerve agent.
Released 1 day shy of a year later, Saw 2 continued the tale, becoming the highest grossing film in the series in North America.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
19 years on, the 10th movie in the series, Saw X, takes place chronologically between Saw and Saw 2.
The first 3 movies, I think, are pretty phenomenal, to be honest. I think it's a pretty interesting story. I think John Kramer, Jigsaw's story is fascinating. I think Tobin Bell is marvelous, especially considering the type of role he's playing.
You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
So will this film be as scary as the previous films in the franchise? We'll let you decide. Spooky. Okay, I'm so excited for Halloween. I'm so excited for spooky season. We're going to be saying spooky season a lot. A lot. Guess who it is? Movie critic Grae Drake is here. So what do you think about Saw? Is it going to be as scary as all the other ones? It look kind of creepy.
Yeah, actually, I think that this one is going to be a return to what fans love about the franchise, which means just like all about the traps, all about the terror, and anytime you have John Kramer in the mix, everybody's really happy because he is creepy. So creepy. Ooh, creepier than a puppet riding a tricycle, and that's saying
that
something.
Sounds terrible. I feel like every year they have to, or every movie, they really have to step it up, right? Because people are going to kind of anticipate what's coming if they don't.
Exactly, and so this one is a clever way to go back to the beginning of the franchise, bring back a character that everybody loves, so I have very high hopes.
I love this. Okay, so another film in theaters right now is The Creator. So what's your take on this one?
All right, I'm excited about this one because it's an original sci-fi movie. Now, normally, these sci-fi movies are all based on something. And this one, straight out of the gate, I have no idea where it's going, and I love it, right?
I did not think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So John David Washington from Tenet is playing this man who's been through a lot. He's mourning the loss of his wife, played by Gemma Chan from Crazy Rich Asians. And he's ex-military. So in this futuristic world where robots are considered the enemy, he has to find who their creator is, who's in charge, and how they can end this war, right? Now, who he ends up finding is a little girl who is a robot. And he doesn't know how she's the key to everything, but he feels like she's super important. Everyone is chasing them, and he's spending the whole movie running away from them. And I was really invested in this.
You know what I love about you? Is it doesn't matter what it is, you convince me that it's the most amazing thing in the world. Like now I want to watch that. And I mean, looking at it, it looks beautiful.
It is.
The way the whole movie is put together.
Yep. And that's the thing about movies is I feel like there's literally something for everyone. And maybe something doesn't reach you, but it'll reach someone else, right? So The Creator is definitely one of those movies that I'm excited to support because it was fresh and original, talented cast, and like you said, great effect.
And
really cool.
You know, you've seen so many movies. So if you get excited about something, it really means something. So we're sticking to the science fiction theme, right? So we want to talk about movies on Paramount Plus, yay. Starting with AI, artificial intelligence.
In a distant future, in an age of intelligent machines, he is the first robotic child programmed to love and coexist as a member of a family. His is a tale of humanity and a journey to find his place among humans and machines.
Okay, wait, I'm kind of confused. That's the Sixth Sense kid.
It is. It's Haley Joel Osment, who cannot be beaten as a child actor.
Right.
Like, so iconic, full of pop culture moments in his performances, and AI was no different. And I loved revisiting this movie on Paramount Plus because it's directed by Steven Spielberg. And like you heard, in the robot future, he is the only robot who's programmed to love. And this is causing him some trouble because people are very mistrustful of all the androids. I mean, as we've learned to be.
Right.
But it's little Haley Joel Osment, and he goes on an adventure to sort of find himself and to turn into a real boy. Beautiful movie.
Now, okay, this all makes sense now. Next up, The Last Airbender.
Some think he is a myth. Some believe he is the chosen one, who will bring balance to a world at war.
Ooh, okay, that looks cool too.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are all really cool.
And now this one is based on a really popular animated series, and I would say that even though the movie has kind of a bad rap as far as quality goes, it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it really is a great entry point into the animated series for your younger kids. A lot of action, and we've got 4 kingdoms at war because fire, it's always fire causing trouble. They're not prepared for the airbender to show up, and he's the avatar, the one that can control all the elements. And there's really cool fighting, very cool costumes. Some of the effects hold up really well, so I'd say revisit it. And again, for your little ones, like, give them a watch. They'll find it interesting.
I love this. This is great. Well, so much is on my list now. Thank goodness it's going to be kind of cold, you know, so plenty of time to watch all of this.
Cozy up
indoors.
and watch robots.
Exactly. Watch robots just like that. Well, thank you so much, Grae. Really appreciate it. We will see you next week.
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, when we come back, The Lot's Suzanne Marquez sits down with one of the cast members of Survivor. Stick with us. Welcome back to The Lot. 45 seasons, over 23 years, and Survivor is still more popular than ever before. And host Jeff Probst pushed for longer episodes, so you'll get 90 minutes from Fiji every Wednesday night. This group of castaways includes a Gen Zer who has already overcome obstacles to get here. Meet Brandon Mayer.
Tell me about your past. I already heard you're an avid Survivor fan. To me, you do have to have a little bit of an obsession to want to go on an island and just wing it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've been watching Survivor ever since I was 10 years old. My first season was Survivor Nicaragua, and I mean, I was hooked. I don't know, Survivor just has, you know, this quality that pulls you in, and it's something that I couldn't get out of. And so, you know, ever since then, I've been watching Survivor with my family. And, you know, even now that I live in Seattle, we hop on FaceTime, you know, every single week, watching together, doing our draft picks together. And so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a really awesome family experience. And now, you know, I'm super excited to watch it with them when it finally airs.
So people always say when you grow up loving it and then you play it, are you the type that would come back again in a heartbeat?
Oh, 100%. You know, there's nobody out there who could ever give a valid reason in my mind to not return to Survivor. The first 2 weeks when I came back, I was like, my body was, you know, totally beat up. I got cuts, I got scrapes, got bug bites. And, you know, it's something that you don't really realize the extent of it when you're watching from home. But I mean, Survivor is brutal.
Let's talk about your weight loss, because to me, you already are going to lose a ton of weight when you go on Survivor.
Right. You know what? I actually had to gain some weight before going out there because when I was 16 years old, I was almost 200 pounds, really unhappy with the way that I looked and the way that I felt. And it was hard for me to, you know, open up and talk about that with people. And so I turned to Survivor because at the same time, you know, season 33, Millennials vs. Gen X was airing, and David Wright was out there, you know, on the beaches of Fiji, you know, battling his fears of death in the outdoors. And for me, someone who was afraid to open up about my emotions, I felt like, you know, seeing him be out there and not be afraid to be his true self was something that, you know, really inspired me. And so I put myself out there. I started running 3 miles every single night. And within a year, I had lost over 50 pounds. And, you know, that's something where I proved to myself I can push myself to the limits. I can do hard things. And it really helped me build this confidence that has carried me through the last few years of my life.
So cool. Okay, popular TikToker, chef, and author Jake Cohen has a new cookbook, and he gives classic Jewish recipes a modern twist and reveals the recipe for his great-grandmother's apple cake.
And liver to be chopped and challah to be baked. Race with the sun so at the proper time the candles can be lit and blessed.
Jake Cohen celebrates his Jewish heritage with irresistible recipes on social media. And it's caught the eye of beloved culinary maven Martha Stewart. He's made challah for Katie Couric and went into the kitchen with Isaac Mizrahi.
So every week I do a different cake. Wow, this is unbelievable. I'm telling you, once you try this recipe, you're not going to make avocado toast any other way.
Now he has a new cookbook, I Could Nosh.
We're going to puree that up until nice and silky, pipe it on some toast.
Like it says on the book's cover, he takes classic Jewish recipes and revamps them for every day.
There's a big, world in between an Instant Pot that's 3 ingredients and done in 10 minutes and something that takes 15 hours to make. And that's where I find this book is that sweet spot of putting some love and attention to cooking while not being overbearing. Our sugars, olive oil, vanilla, eggs, whisk that up, throw in our dry ingredients that we're going to add in some shredded carrot, sweet potato, and chopped prunes with orange zest. This book is about really taking charge of making your kitchen and your table the center of gathering in your life, which is, I think, what we're all craving in this world. Pop this in the oven, bake until golden, cut yourself a big old slice and shove it in your mouth.
Several of the recipes featured in the book are demonstrated on social media and will have you saying L'chaim to his delectable delights.
But all looks delicious, and that does it for us for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kalina Estrinos and Suzanne Marquez. We'll be back next week right here on The Lot.